my fellow readers. My name is Greg, and this is Ghost Readers in the Sky. This is my weekly roundup for the fourth week of September 2025. And I'll start with what I finished. I finished one book this week. It was Rachel Carson's Silent Spring, a fantastic book written in 1962. A great piece of nonfiction about the environment and pesticides. And I am working on right now a longer, in-depth review that will be out in the next few days. And I hope you'll watch that to get more information. But a great book, a great read, Silent Spring by Rachel Carson. I also put up for my Poetry Thursday video, came out a couple days ago, whenever Thursday was. From this book of this anthology of cowboy poetry, I read J.B. Allen's poem, The Medicine Keepers. Here's a photograph of J.B. Allen. It's a good poem. It's in my cowboy poetry playlist, so you can go and find it there. I just started reading. I'm just on the first chapter of this book right here. This is what I'm reading now. Willa Cather's Death Comes for the Archbishop. See if I can get that glare to come off. Seems like quite a few people have been talking about Willa Cather on the various BookTube channels that I watch. And I have read a whole bunch of short stories by Willa Cather. I have read none of her novels. And so here we are, I'm starting. This is a very nice modern library copy that was given to me as a gift by someone I know who loves to collect modern library copies. And so this was a big deal to give this up. But it's on my shelf now. Thank you. The book I have set up next is one that came up in a stream that Margaret Pinard did. She just mentioned in passing D.E. Stevenson, and I happen to have, this is even a first edition, it's the American publication, but I think that the American and I think the one from New York and the one from Glasgow came out at the same time. This is Anna and Her Daughters by D.E. Stevenson. The reason I have this is that it fits into my Robert Louis Stevenson collection. D.E. Stevenson, her father and Robert Louis Stevenson were first cousins. Their fathers were brothers, part of the whole Stevenson Lighthouse family. She's a Scottish writer, so there were a lot of things that I like about it. I'm not sure that this is going to be the book for me, but I'm really curious to see. She wrote a lot of novels, and I'm looking forward. I'm looking forward to trying it and seeing what I think. It certainly fits into Robert Louis Stevenson, one of my favorite authors. If we can do a bookshelf tour of my Robert Louis Stevenson collection, I can do that sometime. And speaking of Robert Louis Stevenson, the only book that I've purchased this week is this biography called Lewis by Philip Kahlo, with that great, I love this painting from John Singer Sargent. John Singer Sargent, one of my favorite artists, and he did 2 or 3 portraits of Robert Louis Stevenson, and I love them. This book is a little bit older. It came out in 2001, but this book, the everything about it, the dust cover, everything looks new. So it came out in 2001, but a pretty new book that I got for $3 at a local used bookstore. I'm not going to complain about $3. That's a very, very quick overview of what I read, what I'm reading, what I'm going to read. Like I said, I'm going to do an in-depth review of Silent Spring that's coming up soon. I really felt like I wanted to set that apart because it's that important of a book to me. Let me know if you've read any of these books. Let me know if you have plans to read any of these books. Let me know if you've even heard about, like, D.E. Stevenson or the biographer Philip Kahlo. I'm going to try this style of weekly roundup for a while, of just showing you, going through the books that I read and what I'm planning to read next, but really doing it fairly quickly and then spending more time reviewing the books I read, particularly the ones that I really liked, much more in depth. I'm going to try that for a while and see if it works. So there we go, channel plans. Thanks everybody for watching. Thanks for liking and subscribing and commenting and all those things. It's great to hear from you. I appreciate it a lot. And until next time, my name is Greg, and this is Ghost Readers in the Sky.